Hello everyone, for today's topic you're going to learn about the unicellular organisms. Everybody say unicellular organisms. Okay, so before we proceed with our lesson today, let's have a short review first with our previous topic. So if you can still remember, our topic last meeting is all about the different type of cells. So we have muscle cells for us to move, sperm cells for reproduction, and many more. Okay, so as what I have said a while ago, our topic today is all about unicellular organisms. So what do you think this word means? Unicellular. Is it all about cell phones or what? Okay, so let's find out. Vocabulary. Please repeat after me. Unicellular. One more time. Unicellular. Kindly spell. So unicellular spell as UNICELLULAR. Unicellular. Next, amoeba. Can everybody say amoeba? Spell AMOEBA. Amoeba. We have Paramecium. Can everybody say Paramecium? Okay, let's spell Paramecium. 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 Next word, euglena. Euglena. Okay, let's spell euglena. 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 Okay, so amoeba, euglena, paramecium are some examples of having these unicellular organisms. So when we say unicellular organisms, all the processes or organisms carry processes within a cell. Okay, so they don't have these systems or organs to carry out life processes. So everything happens within a cell. They feed, grow, respire, excrete, reproduce, move, and respond to the stimuli. Okay, class, so these are some examples of unicellular organisms. One more time, what is unicellular? How many cells? One or two? So if you say one, then you are correct. So this one is a Chlamydomonas organism, Chlamydomonas unicellular organism. Next, we have euglena. So this one is the euglena. Another, this is an amoeba. So I think this one is very familiar. Amoeba. And the last one is, we have Paramecium. Okay, so these are some examples of unicellular organisms. One more time, can everybody say Chlamydomonas, euglena, amoeba, and Paramecium? Okay, so these are examples of having an organisms having only one cell. Okay, so let's discuss what is amoeba all about. Do you have any idea what's amoeba? Okay, so when we say amoeba, it does not have a definite shape, meaning when we say no definite shape, you cannot say amoeba is a circle, no, or it's a square. So what do you think is the reason why amoeba having this definite shape, no shape at all? Okay, you cannot say it's amoeba is a circle or what. Surrounded by plasma membrane or cell membrane. Okay, so this is the plasma membrane or the cell membrane. Okay, so as we all know that cell membrane controls uh, anything that goes in and out of the cell. Next, food vacuole and contractile vacuoles are found in the cytoplasm. So I don't know if you can still remember when we say cytoplasm, it is where it's like the floor of our house where we put our things there, our table, chair, or our couch. So those table, chair are the cell organelles, and the floor is the cytoplasm. So the same with the amoeba. So this is the cytoplasm. Okay, so where we can find the food vacuoles. Okay, so these are examples of the food vacuoles found in the cytoplasm, and also contractile vacuoles. So this one. So you will know later what's the function of this vacuole. Next, it has also nucleus where it controls activities. So how amoeba reproduce? Okay, so we have this what we call asexual reproduction. So amoeba reproduce asexually, meaning there's only one parent cell is involved. Okay, so in the process called binary fission during favorable conditions and spore formation during unfavorable conditions. Okay, so this is how an amoeba reproduce during favorable conditions. So we have this parent cell, and then as you can see in the step 2, the nucleus divides, then the cytoplasm divides, and until it will form a two daughter cells. Okay, so from 1 becomes 2. So this is what we call binary fission. It's going to split. Okay, spore formation if the condition is not favorable. Okay, so locomotion and feeding. So how amoeba move and feed itself. So amoeba moves by extending the pseudopodium. Can everybody say pseudopodium? Okay, to the direction it wants to move. Okay, so what is pseudopodia? Pseudopodia is known as false feet. Okay, false feet. Okay, the type of movement is known as amoeboid movement. Okay, so for example here in letter A, so this is the structure of an amoeba, and then amoeba saw a prey, meaning a food, okay, to eat. So amoeba in letter B is going to extend the false feet. This one is the false feet. Okay, extend and then form a food cup here to trap the prey or the food. Then it will form a food vacuole where the prey is totally trapped. Okay, it's inside. Then until it goes inside the amoeba's body, and that's how amoeba feed. Okay, so that's what, and this is also the reason why amoeba having a definite shape, because because of this false feet called pseudopodia. Okay, next is we have this respiration and excretion for amoeba. So the exchange of respiration of gases through the plasma membrane by diffusion. Okay, and then waste substances are also excreted by diffusion through the plasma membrane. So this one, as what I have said, plasma membrane or the cell membrane, it is where substances goes in and out of the cell. Okay, so let's have a short review first by having this checkpoint if you understand our lesson. Okay, I would like you to answer the following questions. So what is the shape of amoeba? Number 1. So do you think amoeba has a definite or indefinite shape? Next, an infection caused by a certain amoeba is called blank. And number 3, pseudopodia is known as blank feet. So I will give you 10 seconds to answer these 3 questions, or 10 seconds per question. Starts now. Okay, so let's answer the questions. Number 1, what is the shape of an amoeba? So the answer is, if you answer no definite shape, then you are correct. Number 2, an infection caused by a certain amoeba is called amoebiasis. So this one. So that's why be careful when you drink or eat food. Okay, make sure it's clean. Next, pseudopodia is known as false feet. So this is the reason why amoeba is having no definite shape. Okay, I hope you got correct answers. Okay, so this time let's proceed our discussion about Paramecium. The following are the characteristics of a Paramecium. So Paramecium having a slipper shape. Okay, it's like a slipper. Okay, like this one. So it's like a slipper shape. Then the surface or of Paramecium is covered with cilia. Okay, this one. So this is the reason why Paramecium can move, because it's ciliated. Okay, it helps or allow them to move. Then Paramecium also having these 2 nuclei. Okay, so nuclei is a plural term for nucleus. Okay, so the 2 nuclei for Paramecium are macronucleus and micronucleus. Okay, so macro, literally it's bigger than micro. Next, so macronucleus control all the cell activities except reproduction. Then micronucleus, it involves in reproduction. Then Paramecium also, it has a contractile vacuole. So how Paramecium reproduce? Okay, so there are 2 types of reproduction for Paramecium. It can reproduce sexually and asexually. Okay, so reproduces sexually through conjugation during favorable conditions. So like this one. So 2 Paramecium are going to mate. Okay, so to transfer genetic materials. Okay, that is what we call conjugation. Next, 2 Paramecium come together and exchange of micronuclei takes place. So this one, and then reproduces asexually also through unfavorable condition. So for example, there is no enough paramecium, so it can reproduce asexually. Asexual meaning there's only one parent is involved, okay, if the condition is unfavorable. Okay, habitat. Okay, so where we can find paramecium. So the same with amoeba, it can be found in the freshwater, like lakes, ponds, river, canals. Okay. Okay, respiration and excretion, the exchange of gases through the plasma membrane by diffusion. So it's the same with amoeba. Then waste substances, that is what we call excretion, meaning it's going to get rid of the body. So waste substances excreted through plasma membrane by diffusion also. Okay, so plasma membrane, a cell membrane, it is where substances goes in and out of the cell. Okay, locomotion, how a paramecium move, okay, from one place to another. So as what I have said, paramecium is ciliated. So because of this hair-like structure called cilia, it is the reason paramecium can move. Okay, waves created by beating the cilia cause the paramecium to rotate. Okay, so this is how the paramecium move. It's going to rotate and spiral along its axis as it moves forward. Okay, so rotate and then it's going to move like a spiral shape. Okay, like this. Okay, so how paramecium move? It is because of the having this ciliated structure. It's a hair-like structure cilia that allows them to move. Okay, so let's have a short quiz now, and please write the answers at the comment section in the Google Classroom, of course. Okay, I would like you to identify the different unicellular organism. So what is the name of this unicellular organism? Number 2. Okay, what is this? Number 3. And number 4. Okay, please identify the 4 types of unicellular organisms.